how to knit the linen stitch pattern. Hi guys, I'm Kristen, and today we are knitting up this one color linen knit stitch pattern. It creates a really beautiful flat and thin piece of sturdy knitting, similar to linens. It's also reversible. It looks great on both sides. So on the front or the right side of our work here, we can see how the knits, purls, and slip stitches are working together to make this beautiful pattern. It also looks great on the back side. It reminds me of the seed stitch, and since it looks great on both sides, I'm calling this a reversible pattern. I have the written pattern on my website. It is linked in the description below, and if you'd like, you can also pin this to your Pinterest board. I have a link to that as well. And if you'd like more knit and purl patterns that are printable, go check out my pattern book on Etsy. For your materials, since this is a knit stitch pattern, you can use any size yarn and needles of your choice. And exactly what I am using here, I also am listing down below. So let's get started. We're going to cast on an odd number of stitches. That means any number of stitches that you'd like, as long as it's an odd number. So that would be 11, 15, 19, an odd number of stitches. Now, once you have your stitches on your needle, and I'm using the long tail cast on method here, we begin row 1. It is our right side of our work. And we're going to do a K1, that's knit 1 right here. And then we bring our yarn to the front and we slip one purlwise. So we bring our needle into that stitch as if to purl, but just slip it off the needle. And then finish up the pattern by bringing yarn to back. And we'll just repeat that section in between the asterisks. So let's do it again together. Knit 1, and then bring the yarn to the front, slip 1 stitch purlwise, and then bring the yarn to the back. And continue this pattern all the way down the row until you get to that very last little stitch. And that last stitch is K1, knit 1, right there. Pretty simple. Let's do row 2. This is the wrong side. And with the yarn in the back, begin by slipping 1 purlwise. And then you take the yarn to the front and you purl 1 stitch. And then bring the yarn to the back. Let's do it one more time between the asterisks. Slip 1 purlwise, bring the yarn to the front, purl 1 stitch, and bring the yarn to the back. And then finishing up, that last stitch is just slipping 1, and you'll see that right at the end of the asterisks. And for this pattern, you just repeat these 2 rows all the way until your piece is the length you desire. I hope you are inspired to knit up this one color linen stitch. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye!